Hi, this is Justin from Money Bootcamp. Today's Personal Finance Friday question is about taxes and cryptocurrency. Today's question comes from one of my financial planning clients. The question is, what taxes do I need to pay when I am selling my Bitcoin? This is going to be applicable for all cryptocurrencies, but the question is specifically about Bitcoin in this case. So I'm going to say Bitcoin, but if you are thinking about other cryptocurrencies, this is also going to be applicable. This is based on the current Irish legislation and a note that's come out from the Revenue recently. This is August 2018. So if you're watching this much later or in a different jurisdiction, you need to check out that it may be slightly different where you're watching from and when. When you're selling your Bitcoin, it's going to be treated as a normal security. What this means is you basically need to follow the same rules as if you were trading a regular stock, bond, or any sort of an asset that you would be selling. Like if you had a capital gain on any other asset, the first €1,270 is going to be tax-free. So you don't pay tax on the first €1,270. After that, your capital gains tax is 33%. You need to follow the FIFO rule. So that's first in, first out. What that means is if you bought your Bitcoin in 2008 for €1, but you bought some Bitcoin for €1,000 in 2010, whatever you're selling, say you bought 500 in each year, if you want to sell 500 Bitcoin, you need to use the price of the first 500 you bought before you use the second. So this means if you had a gain of €20,000 on the first 500 and 10,000 on the second 500, you're going to need to pay tax as if it's the 20,000 gain and not the 10,000. When you're paying capital gains tax, there are specific filing dates you need to know about. So if you make your sale of Bitcoin between the 1st of January and the 30th of November, you need to pay your tax by the 15th of December. So whatever the tax on the gain is, you need to pay by the 15th of December. If you have sold your Bitcoin and made a gain in the month of December, you will need to pay your capital gains tax by the 31st of January. A really important point to knowing about what capital gains tax you need to pay, or if you need to pay any, is that you need to keep very good records. So if you are trading in another asset, a more standard asset like shares through a stockbroker, they will typically have records of what you're buying and selling. But with Bitcoin, the same infrastructure is not necessarily there. So you need to keep good records of what you're buying, whether it's Bitcoin or one of these altcoins, and the date you bought it, the price you bought it at, if there was any cost of acquisition. So if you were mining, if you were just paying a fee to have the acquisition go through, any additional information that would be relevant later, you need to keep a record of. So let's do a clear example of this. You sell an amount of Bitcoin that makes you a profit of €11,270. Right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take out your capital gains exempted money, which is €1,270. So that brings your taxable gain to €10,000. What you do now is you times this by 33%. So you are going to have to pay capital gains tax of €333. Simple. That is the gist of it. When you are dealing in securities and taxes in general, if you are using small numbers, if it is all very simple, if it's not complicated, it may be fine to do on your own. Once you start getting into a slightly more complicated situation, it's really advisable to talk to some sort of a tax advisor or a financial planner. So if you're going to be doing something that is not standard, make sure you run it by an accountant, some tax advisor, or your financial planner. This has been a Personal Finance Friday video from Money Bootcamp. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with anyone you think will find it helpful. We make new videos every Friday, so send us your questions and we will get to it as soon as possible. Money Bootcamp, learn money, live better.